Plants can reproduce sexually and asexually, and in asexual reproduction, plants are essentially cloning themselves through this process called vegetative propagation. And that's when a piece of a plant produces an entirely new genetically identical plant through mitosis. Bulbs, runners, tubers, and rhizomes are all naturally occurring forms of asexual reproduction within nature. Cutting, layering, and grafting are all somewhat aided by humans, so they're known as artificial forms of asexual reproduction. I'll go into detail about bulbs, tubers, and runners because they're the more common forms of asexual reproduction. So runners are plants that have stems that run along or above ground. And near the main plant, new plants will sprout in intervals and create their own root systems, or I should say grow their own root systems. And wild strawberries would be an example of runners. And so the main plant and the sprout plants are genetically identical because, again, they're just producing through mitosis. Onions are examples of bulb plants which reproduce to form new bulbs from parts of the root that are broken up. So the onion is the root, and if you were to cut the onion bulb into chunks and then replant them, these chunks will grow into new onions. Tubers are similar to bulbs in that they propagate underground, but from special underground stems rather than roots, and the potato would be an example of a tuber. The potato itself is the underground stem, and they have buds such as the eye of the potato that will grow into the new plant. So if you were to break the potato into chunks, as long as the chunk has an eye of the potato, that can regenerate into a new potato plant. So remember, plants can reproduce sexually and asexually, and asexual reproduction involves vegetative propagation, the growing of a new plant from a piece of an old plant.